Akira team, and welcome back. It's 1946, so it's nearly post-war time, which here goes that contrast. It's happening. I said the contrast changes on my map. It seems to be something to do with my TV or something. I don't know. It's not captured on the content when I display it on YouTube, which is pretty good. So don't you worry about that. So yes, hello. Here we are. We're back. We're at Maratha. As always, please click that like. Please subscribe. Feel free to use all of the other tools at your disposal, such as Super Thanks, Patreon memberships, and of course the merch store. But that's not why we're here. What we're here to do is have a look at Transport Fever 2 and what we have been doing and how we are going to move forward now that we are in the post-war period. And there are a lot of changes which will be coming down the pipeline that we will need to stay on top of. Now, we are pretty well set for that. As you can see, we have 104 million in the bank, and we're earning nearly 10 million bucks a something, whatever that is. It's not a year. I don't know how it's calculating it. Anyway, um, what are we doing, and what are we doing about it? Well, a couple of things have changed. One of the major things that's changed is this came in, which is a fuel refinery. That is a game changer and a game changer for KL because we have these trucks which are running up here, which have now been extended to run down here through a little LJ made roundabout, which we can tidy up at a later date. And we had this little oil place here, which was just quietly chugging away to itself. This has now been connected up here too. So we now have this at level 2 and a bit, and it is going crazy, but it is by no means fully sorted yet. It is only supplying KL. So we haven't gone into that just yet, but that is a big game changer for the environment and the map. So what else have we been doing while you were away? Well, I have been working on balancing out quite a few things, and that's what takes time, but it's also what's making us a lot of money. I mean, the Jakarta coal supply is still massive, but it is getting to the stage where I think here we're almost on top of it. The stored is 95. They seem to use an awful lot more coal than they do for the ore. As you can see, we've got 8,000 stored there, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. We're still getting paid the money. So I'm not really sure what the big difference is. I'm running two trains. They're both roughly the same distance apart. One of them has 8,000, one of them has hardly anything, and it's supposed to be an equal measure of manufacturing. So I don't quite know what the story is. I think this is a coal train, which has just dropped off, and this is a coal train which is fully loaded. And we have these two here which are just passing each other, and again, one has dropped off and one has fully loaded. And we have our steel train coming in, and he will pick up nearly a full load, which is fine. And I had to add another platform and some tracks to do that. And I've done that in a few places where there's a lot of now cargo coming in and going out and coming in and going out. I've added tracks specifically for some of the cargo work so that we can get that sorted. So that is going on. So let's start at the top and have a look at our towns, because that's what's sort of important. The people-wise, commuters are doing okay here. Not super, but they're doing okay. We have Yekaterinburg, which is getting tools and now bricks. Fuel, as we know, in KL is not a million miles away. It's not getting nearly enough tools, and it's not getting nearly enough bricks. That's what I would say there. If we have a look at where the demand is, that's where all the bricks are, that's where all the tools are. So we do have a drop-off point here which services most of that, and that is certainly the bricks side of things. And we do have a drop-off here which is the tools, which is servicing most of that. So I don't think it's got anything to do with our trucks. And if you are having problem filling some of these, it might be the trucks. It might be that there's not enough stuff and there's like a little pocket of industries that isn't getting the goods that it needs. So we're getting stuff in there. It's probably a lag in demand and supply. So as the demand picks up, it creates a need, and then the production place has to ramp up, and then it has to increase its level, and so on and so forth. So that is Yekaterinburg. Who's next on the list? Let's have a look at. Well, let's start over here at Jakarta and we'll work our way over across. Jakarta, we've done nothing. That was easy. Dubai. Dubai. Dubai's getting there. So we haven't moved machines to Dubai yet, and we haven't moved tools to Dubai. Their food is ramping up, which is great, and they're getting an abundance of bricks, which is great. So that will be an easy win because we've got machines there. And I did make this little change, so I put in this train route, but I think it does it connect through. I need to check on that. I can't see because there's a train in the way. Move out of the way. So we've got that line which comes through and then it takes a break and then it goes down here and then it joins in and it transitions across. So yes, so there is a route now. So we can set up a route to bring machines into Dubai and that will be fine. And then we just need to find the tools and the tools are over here as well. And that carries on to Dubai. So we can finish setting up the lines for Dubai, which would be pretty great. Bangkok, what have we got coming into Bangkok? Well, we're now supplying it with bricks. It's fully stocked with machines. It doesn't have tools. So again, we're going to rely on this one to supply tools to Bangkok and tools to Dubai. I think they're already supplying tools to Yekaterinburg, so that's perfectly fine. Nagoya is kind of getting there. We're going to need to have a think about getting the machines out to Nagoya. So we'll get this set up with the closer places and we'll make sure that we're getting enough things in there to support that growth. And then we will move some stuff out to Nagoya, which will be perfectly fine. KL, as we have said before, where is my cursor? They are now getting fuel, they are now getting tools, they are getting bread, and they are getting bricks. So they are getting just about everything that they need now. So KL may take over from Dubai. What's the population in KL? 751, and the population in Dubai is only 409. So it looks like KL is now becoming the big whiz. And that's fine because hopefully that will drive a little bit more interest in the ferry from over here. So there's 21 people, which is not a huge amount for a ferry that takes I think 100. But we're slowly getting there, and this is obviously driving some of the other expansionism that's down here. That was a bus. So you can see all of these commuters that are now connected here are now all pretty busy. And loaded and unloaded is up and down a little bit, but that's fine. So KL is in the hot seat for growth, which is fantastic. It's heading up into the hills and developing up into the hills, which is great. We'll just let that do its own thing. Daegu is also looking pretty good. They have tools, but no machines and no fuel and no goods yet. But they are transitioning an awful lot of people. The Daegu to Dubai commuter is still rammed packed with people. If we have a look at the Daegu to Dubai commuter, I've fitted it with a faster train and larger carriages, and it's carrying now. I think that is now 60 people, and it is making me money, but it's still hardly making a dent. However, as you can see here, we have all these tracks coming in here, and these tracks here, and this is just one skinny little bottleneck. So we're going to need to do something about this area to get this place moving. Now, one of the things that we did do was because we're now trying to supply bricks through here to everybody, we need an awful lot more rock to be moved. And this quarry was supplying through here. I have gotten rid of that train. So there's trucks here which are helping carry stuff over there, but I don't want a cargo train coming through here. So I set the cargo train up here. So you can see that the cargo train up here is going kind of okay, but the growth hasn't quite picked up from the quarry yet. So he's only, and it's because he's so small that he's not really shipping enough yet. So it's not an ideal situation, but this place is getting everything it needs, and it's almost up to the next level. So it's working well enough to keep the bricks flowing, and that's what we need. Is we need the bricks to keep flowing. So Daegu needs a bit of work around the station. We need to sort of look at what we can do, given that the fact that there's an industry in here, and we're on the edge of town, and we have a major road connection and a bunch of other things going on. I don't think we've got street constructions roundabouts just yet. So we don't have any of that, but we need to have a think about that. And then I put a bridge here because we've now got 2 trains out here running on this track, and obviously this is the main route that takes us out to Jakarta. The benefit of having this over here was this now creates the opportunity to get commodities to Jakarta out this way, because, for example, we could take the food line off here, through here, and up the coast to Jakarta, and that might help us with a few bits and pieces from that perspective. Down here at Krasno, how is Krasno coming along? Got some food, got some bricks. Only just started with bricks, and if we have a look, there's only 5 places that actually want bricks, so we're not actually in need of supplying them with a lot. They're saying 23, and we're getting there. So I think these are all commuters. I don't know where the bricks truck is. That's not it. That's logs. I don't know where that brick truck is going. That's KL bricks. Anyway, we're still working on supplying bricks, which is fine. And this place, which is the Daegu Tools, is still doing all of the stuff that it's doing, but it's obviously become a little bit imbalanced. You can see here that this guy is only carrying 36, and we have him for 108. This is the issue here. So this guy is not getting enough logs. So this is the log truck, which is coming from Dubai and supplying this place. So we need more logs. And I think it's this thing up here, isn't it? The Dubai Krasnoyarsk logs. We've got 2 trains. Oh, one of them's in very bad condition. Right, well, let's fix that now. Is it just the loco? Or is it the loco and carriages? It's the carriages as well. So I always just change the loco first and then go through. See, he's only got a capacity of 70. They're using the old style stuff. So we'll just bump this up, and this will be 108, and that'll be him ticking along. And seeing as we're here with this guy, we'll do the same. We'll remove all of these, and we'll replace these with 108s. That will increase that supply a little bit, and we'll keep an eye on it. It's likely we'll need a 3rd train, because it's obviously not supplying this place with enough bits and pieces and thing, and then that will start to balance out that whole line and everything else and all the rest of it. If we can get this working, we have this over here for machines. The issue being steel. Now, I've been having a think about that. Is there any way to make use of this place to make machines? And it's kind of hard. Kind of hard. We have a collection of ores over here, but then we'd have to get them down here. We have ore here and ore here, which we could get in here. That would make steel. The question is, do we need it? There's nothing down here that needs it. So it's something to bear in mind, but it is something that I've been thinking, should we be making more use of this machine's factory before it disappears? I'm not 100% sure about that either. Faisalabad is not really doing anything. Quezon is not doing anything. I haven't got bricks down here yet. It's very far away. And the other thing is, this is still a single line for a single commuter, which now needs to be improved. So I need to improve this line to make it a double line, and we need to get bricks down to Quezon and a few bits and pieces. So that's kind of what I have been doing in what we will be doing. So in terms of what we will be doing, we will be going through and setting up the lines to try and get the rest of the things that we are definitely producing to all of the other towns that need them. We have enough rail work now, and we have enough money that we can get that started at least, so that we can get those things moving along. And that is what I'm going to do. Now, just a note, okay? Because if you're not aware, not this one, this one. So wherever your goods are coming in, when they come in where they come into, you need to check where they're servicing, right? So if you're bringing goods in and they're servicing this area, that's all well and good. But what if you need stuff outside that area? And if that is the case, you need to set up a truck line to do it. Otherwise, the game doesn't recognize that the demand is there, and the supply in this game is driven by demand. So if we were to say, hypothetically, for Quezon, we had a cargo station here, but all the brick demand was over here, and the cargo station only services this side of the map. You putting in a line to carry bricks down here, it isn't going to cause the brick manufactory to make bricks for Quezon. You see all these places that are getting supplied with bricks? If this is zero and there's nothing there, and you're like, why is this not working? It is because you have not connected where the bricks are being deposited to where the bricks are needed in the city. So you need to absolutely make sure that you're doing that in a line. I've said this before, it needs to be, quote unquote, a complete line for a manufacturer to make the goods for you. A producer, such as a quarry, will just keep making goods for the manufacturer. And that's why you end up with, like, for over here, they're storing 8,000. Because it doesn't matter how much they're making, this place will just keep shoveling them more and more and more and more stuff. They simply don't care. For them, the issue about production is to do with shipment values and transport values and a couple of other bits and pieces like that. So just bear in mind when you're doing all this and putting all of this stuff together and you're trying to grow your places, that is what you are going to do. So you can sit back with a cup of tea or whatever your favorite beverage is, coffee, orange juice, beer, vodka tonic, whatever it is that you like to drink at 9 o'clock in the morning. It may not be 9 o'clock in the morning when you're watching this, by the way. And watch a little bit of time lapse, and I'll go through and I'll set up the remaining amount of all of the service lines that we need to service everything we're producing already with everybody that we needs it, and then after that we can talk about where to from here. Sit back and enjoy the show. I'll see you real soon. Ta-ta for now.
won't you wait for me? I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear. I tried this, tried that, tried everything. Coming right back, right back. Won't you wait for me? I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear. Tried this, tried that, tried everything. Coming right back, right back. Won't you wait for me? I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear. I tried this, tried that, tried everything. Coming right back, right back. Won't you wait for me? I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear. Tried this, tried that, tried everything. Coming right back, right back. Won't you wait for me? I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear. I tried this, tried that, tried everything. Coming right back, right back. Won't you wait for me? I need you to stay right there. I'm coming right away, my dear.
north. My word, that that took quite a bit longer than I thought. There was a couple of things to iron out, some problems, the usual kind of jazz. We reworked a couple of areas. We reworked Krasno. We reworked this conjunction point outside Daegu that I said we were going to have to rework, and we did this. We did this weird connection here, which isn't ideal, but it will work. And then I had to redo my bridge because I'd made it only for a single line, and I had to change it into a double. But I still managed to get it pretty much looking exactly the way it was. In fact, maybe a little bit better because now it has a bit of a swooping curve, and before it was a little bit more janky. And we added a little bit to Quezon just to protect ourselves for the future. So we have, I think, connected, not including Nagoya, Jakarta, and Faisalabad, we have connected all of the mainland cities with all of the things that are currently being produced that they need. So Yekaterinburg is getting tools, bricks, and fuel. Bangkok is getting machines, tools, and bricks. Dubai is getting bricks, food, tools, and machines. Daegu is getting tools, machines, and fuel. KL is getting fuel, tools, bricks, and food. Are they getting food? Are they getting food? I didn't even look at the right place. They are getting food. I thought they were. Just checking. Krasno is getting food, fuel, and bricks, and Quezon down here at the bottom is only getting bricks. But now that they're getting bricks, they will increase their needs, and I fully expect that they'll come up with two more things: food and tools would be good if they could. That would be nice if you could come up with those things. So everybody is getting a little bit of something, a little bit of everything, and obviously it's now nearly 1950, and while we are back in the blue, these things are going to take a while to shake out. Because there'll be a little bit of balancing. I'm sure there'll be some congestion points. I'll end up with a few trains that are blocking each other because the signals are not exactly in the right place. Or we'll end up with things going wrong because there'll be places where there's too much congestion. Bottlenecks where trains end up bumping into trains and blocking trains and so on and so forth. And we'll go through and we'll deal with those when we need to deal with those, and I'll need to go on and do that for a little bit, and hopefully I'll get that kind of ironed out a touch, and then we can think about these three outlying towns. What are we going to do about Nagoya, particularly Faisalabad, and of course Jakarta, because we do have things and we will be able to supply them with things, but the question is, how are we going to do it? And now that we have a smidgen of money, what about air travel? Or what about some recreational ports and boats and various other bits and pieces? Is that the kind of thing that we can do or not do? These guys are now, they're 36. So it's not exactly, and there's 25 coming. So it's not exactly great demand. This is their only means of connection with the outside world. That said, they're pretty small. So how do we go about getting some of that stuff sorted? There's fuel here. Could we put fuel on a cargo vessel and get fuel down here? I'm pretty sure we could. I'm pretty sure that's a possibility. And if we're already getting food delivered to KL, we could pick up food and also deliver that to a place at the port. And then KL might be the port that supplies Faisalabad. Yeah, that's certainly a possibility. Jakarta, don't know. Might be a little bit trickier, that one. Plus, they're also, it's probably not going to be actually that hard to look at these people. You're not worried about climate change at all out here, are you? Really? You little umbrella? I mean, you just like filled this place in, so Look at them coming out here, plunking themselves on this place. I've got bad news for you. There's a train line coming through here soon. Anyway, I have waffled on enough and done enough, and it has taken up enough of your time. There is a few things to do. It is the way of the world. I'm staying on top of the maintenance, which is all well and good, but there are trains that are coming in, trains that are going out, new types of trucks that are coming in, trucks that are going out. All kinds of things happening after the post-war. An awful lot of things happen in very quick succession, and you do have to try and keep up, and we certainly will. And I hope you are enjoying it. If you are, please click that like button. If you haven't subscribed as yet, please subscribe to the channel. If you are a subscriber, consider membership. And if you're not a member and don't want to be, you could check out the Patreon. You could flick in a super thanks, or you could have a look at what's available on my merchandising store. I do hope you like it, and I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.